is it depends upon the circumstances. Right and wrong are circumstantial. Sometimes Russia's right, and sometimes it's wrong. Sometimes NATO's right, and sometimes NATO's wrong. It depends upon the circumstances. Now, in this case, and we're not interested in that Dharma. That's the Dharma that doesn't interest us. Krishna is talking here about the Dharma that's beyond Dharma and Adharma. Because why? Why is it situational? Because Dharma depends upon Adharma, and Adharma depends upon Dharma. So whatever side you take is going to change the answer that you get. And neither one of them is right. Only the situation determines whether they're right or not. Now, in this particular case, Putin put his army next to Ukraine after he'd already annexed, and he'd gone down and taken Crimea. And then he said, we're not interested in Ukraine, we're just doing military exercises here. So he lied. He said, no, don't worry about us. Pay no attention to us. We're just playing our war games down here. And then when he got all his guys there, he did exactly the opposite of what he did. He lied, and he attacked that country. So in that case, what? He was not provoked. Now, since Ukraine was being attacked, they were being provoked. So they have the right to defend themselves. So the right of self-defense that's Dharma for them to defend themselves, and it's Adharma for him to create that situation under false pretenses, in other words, to lie. Because for people to get along, for neighbors to get along, you have to be honest with them. The same thing would happen with Bin Laden and those guys before. Now, if Bin Laden if the Taliban had only sent planes to the Pentagon, then that's an act of war. They're declaring an act of war on the military, and they're saying, but what do? They not only attacked the Pentagon, they attacked innocent civilians doing their job in the cities. Now that's completely adharmic. Right? So naturally they're going to get a response from that one. They're going to get a response from both of them. But if they wanted to maintain the moral high ground, which everybody wants, see, this is the interesting thing. You see it on an individual level, how all these people are virtue signaling right and left. Because everybody wants to claim that they're morally superior to someone else. But we're not interested in that. It's important to understand that, but what did Krishna say here? He said, and I mentioned that earlier, about this topic, even intelligent people are perplexed. In other words, there's no answer, it just depends upon your point of view. We're interested in the Dharma that's always good. That's what we're after. There is a Dharma with a capital D that's not opposed to Adharma, and that's always good. And what would that be? Non-dual love. Non-dual love means what? Non-injury. So that's the answer. So the answer is no answer, but the answer is that answer. Go for the Dharma that's always good. Discover that we're all one, that there's no difference between me and you, there's no difference between a Russian and a Ukrainian, a communist and a capitalist, a black person and a white person. Discover there's no difference and you have no problems. As soon as you enter that world of right and wrong and being right, there's a saying, I think, or from one of these teachings, it was, would you rather, Course in Miracles, would you rather be right or happy? And you know, it's amazing how many people would rather be right than happy. How stupid is that? Because right makes somebody wrong, and you will be wrong if you choose to be right. So, you see how unconscious people are, how they need to get this knowledge. They just need it. The world needs this. Absolutely. It says, but